Hello, everyone. So we're just waiting for some of our fellow participants to join in, and then we can start maybe in a minute. Just waiting for some of the connections to tune in. So we'll give it a minute, and then we can start. I think Ramesh, we're ready. I think we can start. A lot of
Okay.
connections probably join in and in the due time. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome you all for our LinkedIn live webinar. So I have my co-host here, Ramesh. Hi, Ramesh. How are you?
Fine. Thank you. Thank you, Sakir.
Great. So yeah, over to you, Ramesh.
Hi, everyone. Today will be our session is on the introduction of corporate tax of UAE through the ERP solutions. Albert Einstein said that the hardest thing in this world to understand is tax. So today's session we'll be discussing with the tax along with the ERP solution so that we can make it easy and simpler for the businesses and the business management can focus on their core activities. During the session, please send your questions. At the end of the session, we will address the questions. My name is Ramesh Taparia. I am a chartered accountant from India and CPA from US. I am a tax consultant and over 25 years of experience. I work with a company Rank Connect F Jetco. Over to you, Sakir, to introduce yourself and read out the agenda, please.
Sure. Thank you, Ramesh. So my name is Mohammed Shakir, and I've been an ERP advisor for close to about 15 years. I have worked on different ERP solutions. Most of them are tier one and tier two ERP solutions I work with, in likes of Microsoft, SAP, and Oracle. And I've been in UAE for close to about a decade now. And I host one of my shows called Shakir's ERP Vlog, where I talk to industry experts to get their feedback of how the ERP implementations are going on, and are there any interesting case studies to share to the audience. And I'm one of the regional sales head at Octaware Gulf, UAE, and I would be hosting the session along with Ramesh today. So let me take you through the agenda for today's webinar. So the agenda is maybe we're going to start with the overview of corporate tax, and we will be talking about what is the tax compliances for UAE. This is specific to UAE, and we're also going to be talking about and introducing Rank Connect FZCO, and what are Rank Connect services which audience like yourself you can utilize. And then we'll talk about introduction to Octaware, which I represent, and what is Octaware services and how we can help you. And I will be talking about what is the role of an ERP when it comes to corporate tax management, how and why you should do it. And also we're talking about integrating Rack Connect's services along with our ERP solutions. And then we'll take our Q&A session at the end, and then we'll have a final closing remarks. Over to you, Ramesh.
Thank you, Sakir. Corporate tax overview. What is corporate tax? The corporate tax is a tax on the income of a companies. Who impose the tax? It is a government who is impose the tax, and it is actually the income source of a country. We all know that 2017 and before, the UAE was tax haven. There was no tax as such. In 2018, the VAT came in, the value added tax. And then in 2023, the corporate tax has been implemented. The main difference between the VAT and the corporate tax is the VAT is paid by the end consumer, which means that VAT is not the expense or cost for doing business, but in corporate tax is levied on the income of the company. So it is a expense or cost for doing business. In UAE 2023, 1st of June, beginning of financial year, the effective of corporate tax, which means the company whose financial year is beginning on and after 1st of June, the corporate tax will be effective from that day. For example, if a company follows the January to December their financial year, in that case, after the 1st June 2023, the beginning of financial year will be 1st January 2024. So in that case, the corporate tax will be effective for that company from 1st of January 2024. Then comes to the tax period. The tax period is generally the 12 months of calendar periods, but if some company follows the different 12 months, then that will be their tax period. What about the tax rate? The UAE has introduced two tax rate. One is the 0% and another one is the 9%. The 0% tax is on the income up to 375,000 and 9% is applicable the income above 375,000, which means, for example, if a company taxable income is 1 million, in that case the first 375,000 there is no tax, it is 0%, and the balance 625,000 the tax will be applicable at 9%. Go to the next slide, please.
Sure.
So who are the taxable person who need to pay the tax? The taxable person is that who are registered under the tax law, whose income is taxable income, and they liable to pay the tax. In UAE, they have categorized some of the taxable person. Who are they? The legal person incorporated in UAE, including the free zone. That means the companies which are in mainland and also in the free zone, they are under the corporate tax. Also, the companies which are not registered or incorporated in UAE but effectively manage and control from the UAE, that company is also comes under the corporate tax. And there is a one criteria is there are 1 million which is applicable for a natural person who has a business activity, a nexus in UAE. In that case, there will be the taxable person. The good news is that the individual person, there is no income tax. Go to the next one, please. So that's what the overview of the a corporate tax. And what is the tax compliance? The tax compliance is, first of all, the companies who are the tax person need to register themselves. So taxable person need to apply for the tax registration, and the tax authority will provide the registration number, which is known as TRN, tax registration number. Every company will get a unique tax registration number, but if there is a group of companies and they form a tax group, in that there will be one tax TRN number for all the groups. Next, compliance is the tax computation. As we all know that every company prepare the financials, and in the financials there is a P&L account or income statement. And that income statement provides the profit or income of the company, that is known as accounting income. That accounting income need to be adjusted with the tax law adjustment, whatever the allowable and whatever is the non-allowable under the tax law, then we need to derive the taxable income and apply the tax rate to get the tax payable to the tax authority. And the third compliance is the tax return filing and the tax audit. What is the tax return? In the tax return, we need to provide the details of the company and the computation of the tax and file to the tax authority within 9 months from the end of the financial year. For example, if a company's financial year ending 31st December 2024, in that case, the company need to file the tax return by September 2025. Then the company need to pay the tax and keep all the documents along with the tax return till 7 years as a retention period. And if the tax authority comes for the tax audit, they have to handle and provide all the documents requested by the tax authority. So failure to adhere the above compliance may result in penalties. Can you go to the next one? So introduction of the Rank Connect FZCO is a tax advisory company and also consulting company. So in Rank Connect FZCO formed in 3 years back, and it has a two vertical of service, one called financial services and another is business development services. In the financial services, we provide the CFO service, the professional accounting service, and also the tax advisory service. Besides that, we provide the investor pitch deck preparation and help the companies for the funding. And on the other hand, there is a business development services in which we do the market intelligence, then the new market entry, a new product in the market, and also we provide the support in the supply chain and documentation front as well. Go to the next one, please. So as we are discussing about the tax, so Rank Connect has a deeper in tax advisory service. So what we do the tax registration. It is include the VAT and the corporate tax. Then the tax preparation and the filing, also help in tax audit, and if there is a refund claim, we help in refund claim as well, and also all kind of taxation and statutory compliance which is required by UAE tax law. These are the services that Rank Connect is provide from the tax advisory vertical. These are our few of our corporate clients that the Dow Connect is work with them. Now, Mohammed Sakir, hand over to you the mic. Please go ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Ramesh. So I hope you are able to get a lot of insights from Ramesh's presentation. So I would like to give you a brief introduction about Octaware Gulf, and Octaware Gulf is what I'm representing. We are one of the Microsoft solution partner based in Middle East. So a brief about Octaware Gulf. We are one of the global companies, and we are operating in more than 4 countries in UAE, Saudi, India, and US. We are an 18-year-old organization. We have worked on numerous number of transformation projects. Mainly digital transformation is something which is being talked about right now, but we have been transforming organizations for more than 15 plus years. And we are a Microsoft hub where we're working on most of Microsoft solutions in-house. So we are a powerhouse of Microsoft tech, and all of our products and offerings are built across Microsoft ecosystem. We are listed in Bombay Stock Exchange, and we are one of the public limited company. And over a period of these 15 to 18 years, we worked across different industries and different solutions for different customers. So we have a wide portfolio of domain expertise and industries where we work with. And we have a specialized team with expertise in different industries, and we have product owners for various solutions that we have built over a period of time. And we are a CMMI level 3 certified company. So as you all know, there would different levels in CMMI. So we are CMMI level 3 company. The higher, the better. And we are also an ISO certified company. And we started our operations in India, and then we spread to all the other different countries. So for today's discussion, I've highlighted some of our product portfolio, which is in line with corporate tax. We have a different portfolio of solutions and services, but I'm going to focus on these 5 departments under the business application solutions at Octaware. So one of the department where we have is the digital transformation department. We have our infrastructure team, we have our mobile app team, and we have another innovative solution department, and we have our own product line which we offer to our clients. So under digital transformation services, where we work mainly with companies who are looking at implementing ERP solutions, CRM, business intelligence solutions, document management systems, intranet or portals for internal requirements and also for external. And we have a wide portfolio of products which we cover under these solutions that are Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. We work on Dynamics 365 Business Central. And for document management, we have solution built on top of SharePoint. And for CRM, we work on Dynamics 365 CRM. The advantage of Octaware is that we have worked on all of these solutions for different customers, and we have worked on these solutions all put together for a single customer as well. So there are solutions where we have built SharePoint, CRM, ERP, mobile application, all for a single customer as well, giving them a complete ecosystem of Microsoft for a single client. And under the infrastructure, we take care of clients' infrastructure requirements. So be it migration to Azure, or if they already have an Azure infrastructure, we help them with support and services built on Azure, and cloud migration, on-prem to cloud migration, enterprise security services, managing their entire infrastructure and supporting them. We help those with the client. And we also have a mobile application development team where we both work with native applications like iOS and Android, and also hybrid applications for custom built for specific requirement. And with the introduction of Power Apps, that builds in as a middleware, as a connector between these different applications, where we eliminate the requirement for a complex coding or customization requirement. So with the Power Apps, we're able to connect to different platforms with the low code, no code functionality. And we also have an innovative department where we work on innovation solutions like enterprise project management, employee relationship management, RPA, which is robotic process automation and artificial intelligence. We, as an organization, Octaware was founded by architects. So we, from the core, we are solution and software architects. So software development has always been our core, and we focus on that, and we have a wide variety of case studies where we build solutions for customers. And innovative solutions is just an extension of what we have been doing it for all these years. So we have different product line built for different industry and customer requirements. Now with the introduction of Power Automate and Dynamics 365 Copilot, now we have a much more bigger solution portfolio at Microsoft to support our customers. And we have also built different products over a period of time. One of the products is hospital information system or clinic information system, specifically for healthcare. We also have built solutions for asset management, which is called our product called Ion Asset, which is a standalone solution built, and it could be integrated with any ERP systems. And our hospital information system is called Hospice. And we have also built several other solutions for different requirements from the customer. So that's a brief about Octaware and product and our solution offering. We have more than 200 plus customers from worldwide. We have a lot of customers in Middle East, and UAE is one of our major area of focus, along with Saudi. And we also have customers in US and in India and in Qatar and so on. So I would like to stress on the importance of ERP when you're looking at managing your tax. So I've prepared some of the key areas why you should have your tax compliances done in ERP itself. There are, it's not that everybody is using ERP. There are certain companies who opt for a manual calculation in their own systems or in Excels and so on, and then bring the data into an ERP or an accounting system. But as a consultant, why we recommend to implement an ERP and how the tax compliance is done in ERP is one of the main reason is it automates your entire financial process. So be it your transactions, whatever the time entries or the timely transaction which you're entering it, you would be able to track them. So all of them are in automated financial process. That's one major reason. The second reason is a real-time reporting. So you don't have any dependencies on working with XYZ team. Once you finish your transaction, somebody else has to compile the data, do the calculation, and send you the report. That causes a lot of time delays. So here it's a real-time reporting. The moment your transactions are finished, you'll be able to have a look at the report real time, and that saves a lot of time for your organization as well. And it centralizes your data. Your data is centralized. That is very critical. You have different departments working in an ERP. You have your CRM team, your finance team, your supply chain team, your sales team, and customer facing team, and so many other different departments will be involved. And there is data flowing in from different departments, and you have centralized data. That's the whole point of having an ERP system. And as an extension to that, your tax calculation is calculated based on the data coming in from all these different departments that affects the finance. So here you have the centralized data where you will be able to track every transaction and try and helps you in your decision making process. Another reason why you should have your ERP, I mean tax compliances or managing your ERP, is for the tax rule compliances. So whenever the rule that has been laid down by the government, there are certain policies which you need to follow, or there's certain calculation that you need to follow, and from time to time that might change. So you need to have a system that can cater to this requirement from time to time, and to make those changes should be easier. It shouldn't be in such a way that you have a static system that is just been developed or that's just been doing the calculation for a certain amount of time, and then when the new law, new policies comes in, again you have to start from scratch. So ERP helps you in fine tuning that from time to time and modifying any changes that are required as and when the new policies or requirement that comes in. Another importance is the integration with tax module. So here the integration doesn't refer to be an outside system. This is connected to the internal system itself as a tax module. So every ERP system will have its own calculation engine. So if you look at payroll, it has a payroll calculation engine. If you look at your VAT, that's the entire tax engine where the VAT is being calculated. If it's India, you have a GST calculation goes on. So here in corporate tax, it is very important that you connect your corporate tax engine with your financial system, so that all the calculations that have been done on the finance are sent for to the tax calculation as well, and those relevant impacts have been captured and the reports have been generated. So this is very important for you to get a holistic view of what your filing of your taxes should be. And another importance is the workflow and collaboration. Now, there are, if you look at larger, medium to larger scale organizations, they have different departments. You have junior accountants who are probably doing just the data entry. You have senior accountants who's validating it and goes to the finance manager for further approval, and then to the CFO who's going to look at the entire data which has been consolidated. So at every step of stage, there is approvals required, and when doing it manually in the system, that functionality will not be there. You'll be working with a broken system, and that creates a lot of issues. So workflow and collaboration is very advanced in these ERP systems, and that help you to streamline your processes accordingly. And what I have seen here is that when it comes to auditors love to work with ERP, and they want to have the finance data in the ERP so that they can drill down to the transactions and make sure that any errors it could be rectified. So an audit trail and documentation of all of this in ERP is very, very critical. And at times where you would see that the auditor is working with your exported data, might not be happy with it. They would like to see the actual core system. And most of these ERPs provide a different type of login credentials for auditors who can view, who cannot edit anything. But as an auditor, they have super admin plus just the view access, so they can see everything, but still they cannot make any entries or data. They have different functionality. So this makes the auditing much easier for the auditors and tax advisors as well. And the major point here is that it helps you with the accuracy. So when customers are working on manual data or in Excel sheets, to give an example, every field in an Excel could give you an error. So there's a potential that you can make an error here. So whenever you're trying to compile the data, if things goes wrong, then you have to go through all of those fields to make sure your data is correct. And that's the challenge with manual systems or Excel sheets which working for these kind of tax calculations. So in ERP, you have a standard framework and you have a standard compliances that already been configured according to the requirement. So whenever you do these kind of entry of the transactions, those have already been recorded and your output is what you've tested before. So there is no way that the data could be manipulated or could be wrongly entered, and unless if it's wrongly entered, there is. But the accuracy level is way higher than you doing it in a manual system or an Excel sheet. Right, now we talked about the corporate tax compliances itself, the requirement from a legal standpoint, and also um, we talked about why it is important to manage this in an ERP system. So now we're going to talk about what kind of ERP solutions which we are able to help our customers in implementing these corporate tax policies in an ERP. So one of the first product which we are working with is Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. And this is catered towards mainly small and medium sized companies who have a very streamlined processes, not a very complicated issues. They don't have any sophisticated processes. A simple trading and distribution, for example, or cash and carry kind of a businesses. So this is the solution that fits perfect for them, and it's streamlined for mainly for rapid and deployment capabilities. So you can deploy it very quickly, provided your processes are not that complicated. You can go live much quicker. And Dynamics, all of the Dynamics products are deeply integrated with Microsoft ecosystem. So you can share the data between different teams through Microsoft Teams. You have a mobile application available. You also have Word, Excel, and cross platforms through all of the Microsoft ecosystem. You can connect it and get your data read through different platforms as well. And the beauty of Business Central here is that if you're a very smaller organization, maybe you're a 10 million dirham turnover kind of a company, you can use Business Central. And the same company is growing to 50 million or to 100 million, the system will still be helpful to, capable to support you with your growth. So the system grows along with you, and it has those advanced functionalities also to help these smaller companies grow to the next level. Now, the second solution which we have is Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. This is mainly targeted at a large scale organizations where we're looking at organizations which have a lot of users, a lot of different departments spread across different countries with multi-country or multi-currency operations. They are the ones who would opt for finance and operation. It has got a very robust supply chain functionality. It has got advanced warehouse management solutions. It has got advanced project management functionalities. So companies who require that kind of an advanced system, they opt for this. And it is also for clients who are looking at manufacturing. So they have manufacturing processes. It has got amazing manufacturing functionalities built in for different kind of manufacturing customers, for different process manufacturing. All of that can be done in finance and operation. And it's a global solution, even though Business Central is also a global solution. But here it's companies who are, if you take the top 50 Fortune 500 companies, they can use Dynamics 365 F&O as well. So it has global compliances ready, and it also has this regulatory features built in for different countries for different local requirements. So these are the two products which we are promoting, or you would say that we have these solutions available for managing your corporate tax. And yeah, over to you, Ramesh.
Thank you, Sakit. So here we will be talking about the integration of Rank Connect with the Octave. So ERP and the tax is combined very closely. So what in the Rank Connect, what we do, the financial audit support in that ERP play a big role. And then we do the tax planning. What is tax planning? So that tax planning means that we'll do the tax as per the corporate law and make sure that as low as the tax is payable, so that company can benefit on that. In that, ERP also play a big role. Then we do the strategic financial planning. Then we advise the client the ERP solution, and we are partnered with the October for that, and identify the customs financial software so that it can do the all the requirement of a company. And no, last but not the least, the ensure that the financial compliance with the law and the regulations is there, and it has been also helping in the ERP system to compliance of the tax and law of the companies. So over to you, Sakir.
Thank you, Ramesh. So now when you're looking at it, we see that Rank Connect and Octaware as part of the, we are trying to address the same problem. When Rank Connect works on the first part of the problem, which is related to your financial audits or be in corporate tax, compliance as a review, advising on the what kind of ERPs to use with. Then we come into the picture. So whatever the advices that have been provided by Ramesh and team, we try and implement it and help you in the ERP system. So we provide technological support for your entire audit process. So if there's been suggestions given that this is how the audit is going to be and how are you going to manage that in a system, so we provide you the technical aspects and a solution for it. We also help our customers in implementing tax management solutions. So clients who are using Dynamics already or looking at implementing a new ERP system with tax compliance ready functionality localized for UAE, we help in implementing those, and also help the customers in with a custom financial management software tools. So there are certain clients who would be using in a legacy version of Dynamics like AX or the ones before that, or maybe Dynamics Nav. So they need a custom solution to be built. So we help them build those custom tax engines for the clients. And we all, because we specialize in Dynamics 365 ERP, so we help clients in implementing those systems. And we also develop custom software solutions. If clients who need a separate standalone solution for some reason, we also help them with it. And we make sure that all the compliances and the reporting requirement for corporate tax can be managed in Dynamics 365 itself. So that's how we have an official handshake where Rank Connect and Octaware working on this to support our clients. Right. I think we have come to almost the end of the webinar session. So any questions from the audience, anything related to tax laws or even for ERP, please feel free. So you can type your message in the chat window so that we'll be more than happy to answer it for you. So if you would have anything related to, if you're planning to implement the corporate tax, if you're trying to do the registration or such, any such advice which you require, please do let us know. We'll be more than happy to help you. Any questions so far? We'll give it a couple of minutes. If there is any, we'll take them, or else we can move on to the next. So while we wait for these questions, Ramesh, I have just a question for you. So now when you're looking at the corporate tax, in what stage are we on in UAE right now? So as you mentioned that there is a timeline that's already been mentioned. So maybe for some of the audience who joined in a bit late, which stage are we on right now with the corporate tax in UAE?
For the corporate tax, for the tax authority, they have not said anything about the deadline yet, the when you need to be registered your tax. But I think the tax decision should be done as soon as possible. So
Registration, please.
the company which is the beginning financial year in the 1st of June, so
Mm-hmm.
he's the 31st, then 31st of May will be the ending, and from there within 9 months the tax return need to be filed. That is the earliest for the companies.
Right, right. Understood. Good. I think we don't have any questions from the audience. I believe we're able to successfully convey the message across to everyone, I believe. So good. And I just want to leave the information related to, just one second. I am just going to reshare my screen one more time. So with the so we're leaving you with our contact details, and I believe you found today's webinar session as insightful. And I think we have a question from someone. Let me just highlight that. Ramesh, you want to take this question? So there's a question related to, is getting the audit report mandatory for those whose revenue is less than I think 300. I think they're mentioning
No,
350.
there is, yeah, there is a is saying in that tax law that the company which is are registered in free zone and which has a qualifying income, they need to do the audit, and also a company which has a revenue 50 million dirham or above, they need to do the audit.
Right. Good. Thank you, Mida, for that question. And any other questions? I believe. Right, no problem. So you can always reach us in LinkedIn or through our email. This is our contact details, and also through through a message. And I hope we're able to provide you with the valuable information in today's session. And we're at Rank Connect and October always available for you to help you with your taxing requirement, be it corporate tax, and also want to extend other services as well to you, and where we cover the entire ERP implementations. And if you're struggling with any ERP kind of help which you need when it comes to Microsoft Dynamics, we're more than happy to help you through. So thank you so much, Ramesh, for joining in.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you. Thank
And
you, everyone. Thank
thank
you.
you, audience,
Bye.
for tuning in. Bye for now.